key in my hand wasn't mine, but it unlocked a secret apartment and a betrayal I never saw coming. I caught my cheating wife after finding a hidden second apartment. The crisp Seattle air bit at my knuckles as I stood outside a nondescript brick building in Capitol Hill, a key I wasn't supposed to have clutched in my hand. My wife, Elise, thought I was at a tech conference in Portland for the weekend. Instead, I was here, about to uncover a secret that would unravel our 5-year marriage. Elise and I had been the perfect couple. At least that's what our Instagram followers believed. We were the tech power couple. Me, a software engineer, and her, a social media influencer with a knack for aesthetic flat lays and numbered couple goals captions. But behind the filters, things had been crumbling. She'd been distant for months, always shooting content with her creative director, Damien. Late nights, secret phone calls, and a new wardrobe I hadn't paid for. I couldn't ignore the signs anymore. The key came from a fluke. Last week, I'd found a crumpled lease agreement in her gym bag while looking for my headphones. It was for an apartment on 12th Avenue, leased under her maiden name, with a move-in date 6 months ago. We already had a condo downtown. Why would she need another place? My gut screamed the answer, but I needed proof. I told her I was leaving for the conference, then doubled back after she left the house with her ring light and a suitcase. I followed her to Capitol Hill, watching from a cafe as she entered the building with Damien, his hand on her waist. My heart sank, but I waited until they left again, laughing, before I used the key. The apartment was a stark contrast to our minimalist condo. It was bohemian, chaotic, tapestries on the walls, candles everywhere, a half-empty wine bottle on the counter. Photos of Elise and Damien were pinned to a corkboard, them at a rooftop bar, kissing in Paris, laughing on a beach I didn't recognize. A laptop sat open on the couch, logged into her secret Instagram account. At Elise Unfiltered, 50,000 followers, posts of her real life with Damien. Captions like, "Finally free to be me," and "My true love," burned into my eyes. I felt like I'd been punched, but the worst was on the kitchen counter, a velvet box with an engagement ring, a sticky note attached in Damien's handwriting, for tomorrow night at the gala. Tomorrow was the annual Seattle Influencer Gala, where Elise was a guest speaker. She told me she was going alone, that I'd be bored. Now I knew why. I could have confronted her then, but I wanted her to face the truth in front of her adoring fans. I spent the night in that apartment, gathering evidence, screenshots, photos, even the ring. The next evening, I dressed in a suit, crashed the gala at the Fairmont, and slipped into the crowd of influencers, photographers, and brand reps. Elise was on stage, glowing in a gold dress, talking about authenticity in relationships. The irony was sickening. When the Q&A started, I raised my hand. The moderator called on me and I stood, holding up my phone with a photo of the secret apartment. "Elise, can you tell us about authenticity in your relationship?" I said, my voice steady. "Like the one you've been hiding in your second apartment with Damien?" The room gasped. Elise froze, her mic trembling. What are you doing here, Nathan?" she stammered, her face paling. I held up the ring box. "Planning to say yes to this tomorrow, were you? While still married to me?" I turned to the crowd. "She's been living a double life, posting about her true love on a secret account while I paid for her lifestyle." Damien in the front row stood, his face red. "You don't belong here, man." "Oh, I belong more than you think," I shot back, tossing the ring at Elise's feet. The crowd erupted, phones out, live streaming the drama. Elise's perfect image shattered in real time, her followers unfollowing by the thousands as the hashtag number Elise Exposed trended. She tried to speak, but the moderator cut her off, ushering her backstage. I walked out, the Seattle skyline glittering coldly through the windows. Elise's texts flooded my phone. Apologies, excuses, but I blocked her. The next day, I filed for divorce, moved out, and started over. Her influencer career tanked, while I found peace in a new apartment, free from her lies. Sometimes the truth doesn't just set you free, it trends.